Okay. Yes, I look like shit. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm stable enough to handle going through the depression of my friend Daryl's death. Y'all have been watching my videos, keeping up with me. Anybody that keeps up with me, you know, Diamond Daryl Abbott was my best friend from age 17. And when he died, my light went out and I turned it off. I never dealt with his death. Someone said he died and I was like, nope, he didn't. And I just moved on with my life. I couldn't do it. I just had babies. I was going through divorce. I was being beaten every day. I had the worst life at that time. So I put off Daryl's death, and I got a little guilt about that too. But I've been doing a lot of research, and I've come to find out I'm one of those people. I won't go to a funeral. I just won't. I think I've been to two my whole life. My grandfather, when he died, I went and I saw we had over 300 people in my family, and I was like, holy shit, I can't date anybody in this town. Everybody's my fucking cousin. That was my first reaction. Anyway, then the second death that I went to was my grandfather by marriage, and he used to call me Bones. I was so skinny. But yeah, my kids, they had never seen a dead person, and I was like, well, this is perfect opportunity. So I took them to a funeral for their first time ever, but that's the only 2 times I've ever been to a funeral. And when Daryl died, I was still at that point in my life where I'm like not ready, because I was going through my divorce. I just had 2 babies, C-section. I would be cut in half. There's no way I was ready to deal with any of this. I was being beaten by my husband. He was dating someone else, married to me, and had a baby 2 weeks after mine that I just had for him. It was a really fucked up time. And then CPS, they took my kids, and I had to go get them back, and I had to work, and I didn't have time to deal with Daryl's death. And here it is 19 years later, and I'm just now dealing with it. Anyway, I see this as being a healing journey because I have hurt so much for about a month now. I finally feel here at the motel I'm stable, I'm happy, I'm fine, and I feel like I have a home here now, finally. It's not government housing, it's not some other man I'm living with, it's my fucking house. I'm doing this on my own, and I'm strong, and I'm proud, okay? So now I'm at that point in my life where I feel like I can finally deal with this. And about a month ago, Daryl started showing me songs on my YouTube, and he wouldn't quit until I pushed play because I never listened to the last album. I was too afraid that it was going to hurt too much, and I just couldn't go there. I'm good at blocking shit, okay? I'm really good at blocking shit. When I was a kid, I was raped and molested. I blocked all that out. I did a real good job. Oh, look at me. I am at my worst. Look, I want y'all to see this because y'all know this ain't me. For a month now, I just can't stop crying. Anyway, so I've decided to document my journey. I'm going to go to the grave. I know he ain't there, okay? Thank you, Jim Davison, for that Hopi prophecy. My diamonds in the snow, my diamonds in the wind. Everything is my Diamond Daryl, okay? I know he's not at the grave, but I feel like it's some kind of process that I need to go through. So December 8th is going to be the 19-year anniversary of his death, and I'm going to go. I'm leaving on the 7th. I already talked to the owner. He's cool with it, so I'm leaving on the 7th, and I'm going to go to Arlington and see my girlfriend. And I have a story about that, too. When I was a kid, Daryl was playing at Dallas City Limits. He'd been famous, you know, for a while. And Daryl told me, I have a surprise for you, come back tomorrow night. And I was like, what? A surprise for me? Who am I? Anyway, I don't want to fuck up that story. I'll tell you about it later. But he gave me a walking stick that he made himself. He loved to go out in the woods and go walking, and he would find twisted wood, and he would turn it into walking sticks. Nobody knew this shit, okay? Unless you personally knew him, you wouldn't know this shit, okay? So, he gave me this walking stick, and I took it to my best friend's house, and I was going through a lot back then. Even then, my whole life has been nothing but a fucking storm. Okay, I dance better in the storm, I guess. I dance in the rain well. So, I gave the walking stick that Daryl made for me. I gave it to my best friend in Arlington. When he gave it to me, we were just kids. That was like over 20 years ago. Fuck. Anyway, she's had it in her closet. And I'm glad she saved it for me because I'm a gypsy. I move and move and move and move and move. And this is the first time in my life I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I'm going to go get this walking stick and I'm going to journal everything so y'all can go along with me on the healing journey, because I truly feel like this is something that is in my life path, that I have never dealt with death. I don't deal with death. I don't go to funerals. I don't like dead bodies. I'm a germaphobe. I'm a deadophobe, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care, okay? I don't do death. But I don't know, Daryl's been dead a long time. His body's not going to be like gross and like rotting and full of embalming fluid, so maybe I'll go. Anyway, December 7th, I'm out of here, out of the motel. I'm going to see Daryl's grave, and I'm going to go get the walking stick, and I'm going to journal. And I'm going to tell y'all some more of my memories, because I think if I get this out of me, because I always kept Daryl a secret. I didn't want anybody trying to be my friend just to get to him. I didn't want anybody to know I had a famous friend. Then they would be like, oh, she thinks she's special. Fuck you, okay? I ain't special. I'm just a kid trying to have fun. And Daryl was my muse. He played the music, and he always had new music, and we always had fun. Look at me, I'm a mess. It's not, look. He was my best friend for 20 years. I miss him so much. We would smoke before every show. I would show up. I don't care if I had to get a cab. I don't care if I had to hitchhike. I was at every fucking show. And we would always smoke out. I was a stripper back then, so I always had money, and I'd buy everybody in the band a round of beers, and then me and Daryl would go outside and smoke out, and then we'd go back inside, and we'd talk and have fun and drink until it was time to go play. And then I don't remember nothing else because I drank too much back then. Smoked too much back then. I plead the fifth. Anything after the beginning of the show, I don't remember. Anyway, I have a lot more stories to come. And some that I can't remember that my baby sister remembers us sneaking Daryl in the house and stuff. When they need to make a phone call. Phil needed to call Argentina or something, and my mom had long distance. So I'll tell that story someday too. Anyway, y'all have seen me at my best. Now you see me at my worst. Look, snot and everything. Snot, tears, pimple. Look, I have been seriously depressed for a month, and fuck all y'all that say, oh, you gotta get over it. It's gonna be okay. Just live. You know what? I've done research the past few days, and when you lose somebody close to you, like a child or a husband, which Daryl was like my best friend in the whole fucking world, number one, only one person in the whole world that just loved me and never tried to hit on me, never tried to kiss me, never tried to get in my pants, the most respectful, the most loyal, he set the standard for all men. All you men out there that have been trying to date me and won't even get anything out of me, nothing, not even a response, fuck you, okay? You be Daryl. You be my star, and then I'll give you something, okay? But if you're just another dick, move on down the road, bitch, because you ain't getting a mark on your head post or your belt buckle. Not this bitch, okay? You gonna work for this shit anyway. So, I'm trying really hard to have fun. So here in the next few days, expect some videos from me because I'm going to start journaling my journey to say goodbye to Daryl. And it is a physical thing, okay? The research I've done, it is physical, emotional, and psychological. So I've been going through 2 of them. I've been going through the psychological, crying and depression and sad and all that shit, and then anger and screaming and fighting and hitting things. I've tried to get fired. Everybody's been patient with me. I've screamed and cried and cussed everybody. Everybody's like, Shannon's just going through something. Leave her alone. She'll be okay. We know Shannon's not normally like this. Anyway, I thank all y'all for being patient with me. Thank you, owner of the motel. Thank you, whoever else is out there listening and watching, because I have been a bitch. But Daryl's worth it. Every tear. It's the happiness that he gave me. There's like a big hole in my heart, because I used to be able to go to the club and he'd always be there. And now I don't even want to go to the clubs. I'm too old anyway. Bipolar much? Anyway, I promise I'll try not to cry. And I will have more videos. I'm going to journal this journey. Y'all have fun. I love y'all.